Okay. And you were actually really into dance. I guess you were one of the dancers for this rapper named Al Capone?
Yeah, yeah, I did something for Al Capone, me and my boy Marcus, and we also did something for Scarface. S.M.K. S.M.K. This the dude that brought out the song called Gangsta Walkin'. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. And you were known for doing a G-Walk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm one of the guys that actually put that in effect.
Okay. Now, I've talked to Paul, and he said that himself, Lord Infamous, Coop, and you were like the gangsters in the group.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Always, man, Lord, I met Paul, and then I also met I met Lord Infamous first, and then I also met Paul. All of us was like we all in an organization together, you know what I'm talking about? And we kind of had a meeting and we met up, but I had already met Paul and Lord Infamous before that meeting. You know what I'm talking about? When I met Lord Infamous, I met Lord Infamous on a Memphis bus going to the meeting that we had in Black Haven. They had all us meeting each other.
Right. And Paul said that out of that group, that small group that I just mentioned, you and Coop were the two crazier ones.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And Paul said that's what it was.
Right. And he said that, that he would count to, if y'all was about to do something crazy, he would count to three, and the two of you would already be doing it at two.
You know, he when I tell the story, I always tell them how tell the story to people how I didn't give a bleep if somebody did anything or said anything smart to one of the guys that he mentioned. I'm gonna break the law. I'm gonna show up at your house. It's kind of like what they call it and the dude to be in the mirror.
Candyman?
Candyman. I just wanted to see that somebody else know Candyman. Say something smart to one of my niggas. I'm gonna show up like Candyman.
What were some of the craziest things that you were doing when these type of situations would occur?
Well, back then we did all kinds of things. One time Coop went over to him and Gangsta Boo was riding. They were hanging out, and they end up Coop ended up getting into it with some guys that was in the projects with Gangsta Boo stayed at. You know what I'm talking about? King Gates. And they kind of gave Coop a problem when he dropped Boo off and when he was trying to leave. So Coop came to my house, which with me, Paul, Lord Infamous, and a lot of other little guys that was repping Hypnotized Mind at the time. They end up coming over there. Coop came over there and told us about it. We all grouped up and did what we had to do.
Okay. Uh, he also said that Coop really was the craziest one, though, out of that group. He said
No,
that
yeah,
Coop was
Coop was
just
back. Yeah, he right. Coop was bipolar. You know, I got a little
Mhm.
sense with my craziness. Coop was bipolar, so therefore, he didn't want to hear. He didn't want to hear it. We can say no, Coop, don't do it, don't do it. Get into that. We need to wait for a minute. Coop, mine was set on his bipolar. So Coop, rest in peace. Coop, rest in peace, Lord. It is what it is. Coop was wild.
What was the wildest thing you've seen Coop do? Now he's gone, so it really kind of doesn't matter. But what is the wildest thing you've ever seen Coop do in the whole time you've known him?
Well, I don't know, Glad. It was a lot of wild things. I know we burned up somebody's car because they was disrespecting. We went to their house. We walked up to their house, knocked on their door, and blew. Now, yeah, we went to his house and burnt up his car because he was doing something that didn't need to be done at the time. Set his car on fire. I think somebody had gave him some money for a brand new car for a job he had did for him, and he ain't have insurance, so he ain't have a brand new car no more.
Do you remember what kind of car it was?
It was a pretty nice car for back then. For back then, I think it was no, in Memphis we would ride Chevys, Capris, you know what I'm talking about? I think he had a I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even know. I think it was a Chevy. I think it was a Chevy. Nice little box Chevy, clean rims, the music and all that. But once Coop went through there, it was over with. You know what I'm talking about?